Hi everyone, it's Tracy from Downward Dog Rising, and I'm here today to give you a Pilates workout. So it will be beginner intermediate, so if you'd like to try, come on and join me, alright? So let's begin. We're going to begin in quadruped position on all fours, hands and knees, and we're just going to warm up our spine. So you're just going to kneel, hands and knees. Want you to lift up your breastbone, spread your blades wide to the sky, create space so that the back of your shoulder blades move off the back of your ribs. Allow your breastbone to lengthen back into the mat. Palms push away, spread the distance across your upper mid-back. Inhale, come back down. 3 more. We just want to protract, retract our shoulder blades. 2 more. Feel how energy flows from armpits into your palms. 1 more time. So you're creating like a drawbridge across your back, and the 2 edges of the bridge are your arms. Come back in. Let's go into cat-cow now in your neutral spine. So I'm going to have you bring your chin, your tailbone down. Really deep exhale. Scoop in. And then I want you to stretch top of head away from tailbone. Getting a little bit of an arch in the little low part of the back here to stretch your spine. Exhale, scoop in, deep core connection. Inhale, head away from tailbone. Exhale, and then inhale. Stretch apart. Exhale, 3. 2 more. 1 more time. Now allow your head to stretch away from your tailbone. I want you to think of the back of your rib cage meeting the front of your rib cage. So we want to stretch our spine as long as we can in neutral. And then I want your 2 hip points, your 2 hip bones to face straight across from each other. You're going to take your opposite arm, opposite leg away from your center. I want you to really engage your gluteals so the knee doesn't bend. You're going to tap down and then lift up. Keep your spine reaching long. So I want you to reach fingers away from toes. Stretch and lengthen. And 6. Core keeps pulling into your spine. 5, 4, 3, 2 more. Last one. All fours, switch to the other side. Make sure that your pelvis doesn't unlevel. Stretch the arm, anchor the blade down, shoulder away from here. Tap down, lift up. My foot's gonna hit the music box, the computer. So we're gonna go opposite, come back in, really lengthen apart. Fingers stretch away from your toes. Get those deep gluteals activated. 7. Abdominals keep lifting. 6. 5. Keep lengthening apart. 4 more. 3. 2 more. Last one. Next, take one hand behind head and neck. Align your elbow with your earlobe. And I want you to inhale. Think of moving from in between the blades. Exhale, come back. Think of a axis, rotation point right in between your shoulder blades. And you're gonna roll around that axis point. Or just think of your hip points facing the mat and you're twisting from the belly button out. 4, inhalation, exhalation. 3, keep your hip points facing down. 2 more. Breathing in, exhale, last one. Breathing in, exhale, place hand on mat. So we're gonna go to the other side and you're gonna feel space right in between those 2 shoulder blades. Elbow in line with your ear, hip points face down. And then I'm gonna have you inhale, elbow in line with ear, exhale down. Keep the hip points facing straight to your mat. Inhale, open chest, shoulders, feel wide across collarbones. Inhale, open chest and shoulders, hip points stay down. Good, 5 more. Keep those blades stabilized in your back. 4 more. Inhale, open chest. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. We want that mobility in the middle of your back. Gently come in. We're going to do one more set. I want you to take your feet straight back behind you. And I want you to really engage your gluteals. Lift your abdominals into your back. And I'm just going to have you hold this plank. Front ribs meet back ribs. And I want you to think of a little triangle below your navel. You're scooping it into your back and you're lifting it up. You're going to rock forward and then rock back. Keep alignment, hips directly under your shoulders. Forward and back. 6, 5, keep pelvis stabilized. 4, 3, 2 more. Good, last one. Come back to the knees. Opposite arm and leg, one last time. They stretch apart. Slowly reach to the side. Slowly come back together. You're making sure that you don't lose your alignment of your pelvis. Keep shoulders away from ears. Good. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Come in, we're gonna switch sides. Shoulder away from ear. Stretch to this side, come back. Neck is long. Hip points face down. 5, 4, 3. Keep using your core. 2 more, pelvis is stable. Last one. Gently come in. Okay, this next one, I'm gonna have you fold one knee in, press palm into mat, and you're gonna make a straight line across the 2 collarbones, shoulders away from ears. Your arm's gonna go straight up into the air. Now we're gonna walk our top foot in front. Then we're gonna take our bottom leg back, and I want you to work on elevating the bottom rib cage, the bottom hip, and then you're going to gently come down. So we want to get this side to open. So you're going to lift up, open the chest, and then come down. Lift, keep shoulders away from ears. Come back down. Lift those bottom ribs. Come back down. Inhale, stretch long. Exhale, lift those bottom ribs. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Shoulders away from ears. And last one. Now from here, you're going to stack your legs. Once the legs are stacked, you're just going to hold, pull those ribs around. Keep chest open. And we're going to just gently rotate down and lift back up. Rotate down, lift back up. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. 5. Keep lifting the bottom hip and rib cage up. 4, 3, 2 more. Last one. Excellent. Come all the way in. Slide those feet around. This time, bend your bottom knee. Align wrist, elbow, shoulder. Take your bottom leg straight. Top leg comes in front. Pull those ribs up. Shoulders down and back. We want to lift. Front ribs meet back ribs. Open shoulders and chest. Keep that alignment right there. You're gonna come down, and then you're gonna lift straight up, lengthening. You want those bottom ribs, hip bone to lift off the mat. Breathing in. Exhale, pull those blades apart in your back. Make sure they don't squish together and pinch. And 6, open shoulders, chest, shoulders down and back. 5, feel connected in your core. 4, sides of waist elongate. 3, lift. 2 more. Stretch and reach. Last one. Stretch and reach, feel chest open. Okay, we're gonna come in, stack your ankles, make sure shoulder doesn't rise into the ear. Come up into a straight line. Now, keep making sure shoulders stay down and back. You're gonna slowly rotate, and then you're gonna inhale, lift up. Inhale, exhale, we'll twist. Breathing in, twist from that rotisserie point between your 2 blades. Inhale, exhale. 5 more. Keep chest open. Squeeze those inner thighs together. 4, 3. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. And last one. Gently come in. So this next exercise, I'm gonna have you sit tall. You're gonna extend one leg straight. Feel how your abdominals pull all the way through. You're gonna lift one knee in, and you're gonna stretch up and then lower down, sit tall. And exhale, you're sitting up tall. Then you're gonna take your entire leg, pull it in close. You're on your sits bones. Your spine is neutral. 4, keep scooping deep to your center. 3, 2 more. Last one. So what I want you to do, you're connecting into the triangle below your navel. You're drawing it into the back of your pelvis. You're gonna take your leg and slowly scooping in, push that heel into the ground, and I want you to start to roll down. Roll into the back of the pelvis. Breathing in, stretch arms overhead, ribs pull apart. Circle those arms, draw chin in. You're gonna use your abdominals and walk right up the leg. 4 more. Peel down, bring it from here. Pull in, lengthen under those ribs. Reach back, breathing in, circle. Slowly pull those ribs together as you walk it up. Breathing in, stretch in opposition. Circle. Lifting up one more time. Roll it back. Pull apart. Elongation. Breathing in. Exhale, coming up. Bring leg to the side. Get the inner thigh. Sits bones under you. Reach the leg the other way. Keep chest open. Reach across. To the other side. Keep chest open. To the other side. Last one. Collarbones wide. Cross. Lengthen between ribs and hips. You're going to take the arms back. Hinge. Forward. Stack. Collarbones wide. Space along sides of neck. Stretch, hinge. Open collarbones. 2 more. Stretch tall. Last one. Extend out. Press heel into mat. Triangle draws in. Create that length. Sits bones push down. Head away from tailbone. Draw the knee in. Sit tall in your sits bones. Extend and bend. Get that leg to extend by scooping in 2 more. Pull that leg straight in towards you. Abdominals connect. Front ribs, back ribs. Connect from inside, zipper up, walk little by little, all the way down, bone by bone. Stretch in opposition, ribs out of hips, stretch long. Circle, draw chin in, scoop and zipper up, all the way up. 4 more. Stretch, roll into the back of the pelvis, C curve, peel back, stretch in opposition, elongate head to tail, draw in, slowly elevate up. 3, use your core, keep even as you lower, breathing in, around, chin to breastbone, walk it up. 2 more times, create that elongation. Peel into the back of the hips. Reach that leg away from your center. 1 more time, peel back, stretch, stretch, stretch in opposition. Breathing in, exhale, all the way up. Good job. Take that foot. You're stretching up, you're on your sits bones. Reach the arms behind your back. Open collarbones wide. Hinge from the hips forward. Slowly lift back up. If it was too much on your arms to reach back, just have them by your sides. And 3. Lengthen up, hinge from those hips. 2. 1 more time. Slowly come all the way back up. Take both legs in front of your body. We want to have space between hips and rib cage. Ribs and hips separate. Think of space between here, hands on shoulders, and make sure that neither one of your hips hikes up. We cannot have our hips hiking up into our rib cage. We need to separate. Ground your sits bones down. Push your heels into the floor, into the mat. You could do this so you don't cheat. Feel it first through the rib cage. Inhale, and then exhale. We're going to breathe into the side of our ribs, opening our ribs apart. Inhale, keep the hips from moving, sits bones firm. Exhale. 1 more. Last one. Next, take your arms straight out. Now inhale, stretch spine tall, and then exhale the air out. Inhale, head away from tailbone. Exhale the air out. And again, lengthen, exhale the air out. Lift and lengthen, exhale the air out. Next, make sure your legs are firmly planted, your hips are not moving. Lengthen top of head away from tailbone, wrists are straight. Pulse, pulse. Inhale, lift, pulse, pulse. Make sure pelvis doesn't move. Inhale, exhale. Breathing in, exhale, collarbones wide. Breathing in. 4 more. 3 more. 2. Last set. Next exercise, we're going to bring legs a little further apart. Going to bring legs just a little further apart.